Alright, good morning everybody. My name is Chris, and today we're going to be talking about why June 27th, 2024 is expected to be a huge day for RITE Corporation. So, the moral of the basis here is that there is going to be something massive going down for RITE on this day, and honestly, it's really going to make or break the chain. So, in other words, and I don't think the media is percepting this correctly. And I've said this before in many of my other videos. How I've said there's no future for the brand. Um, and it seems that I've been pretty correct about that because they've continued to close stores left and right. Well, now it seems that the company itself, the third largest drug chain in the United States of America, seems to be on its final and last leg as a chain. Right now, Rite Aid has locations across the West. I mean, really just scattered across the West and East Coast. A bunch in California, Washington, Oregon, a couple in Idaho, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, not even West Virginia, or maybe one or two in West Virginia. But Virginia, Maryland, D.C., New Jersey, Delaware, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and not even Rhode Island, surprisingly. Well, because I think they're already in the process of closing, or they are closing some locations. So what I can say right now to you guys is that things are not looking good for the Rite Aid chain as a whole. And the main reason I'm saying that is because, as you guys can see, the bankruptcy court has kept putting off Chapter 11. So the interesting dynamic here is that there seems to be really no going forward plan for the chain. So really at this point they're going to either dump the entire chain as a whole and completely close the stores, or sell part of it and probably close the rest. And honestly, if they do sell it, it's pretty obvious who the buyers are going to be. It's going to be like CVS and Walgreens. I mean, I would be shocked to see if even Dollar Tree were to take a bite, but I wouldn't be super shocked. Dollar Tree seems to be gobbling up stores left and right. And then they recently just acquired a bunch of 99-cent stores on the West Coast. And then they got that benefit for Dollar Tree. And then on the East Coast, Dollar Tree got the benefit of the Harmon stores shutting down. So Dollar Tree seems to be gobbling up some stuff. So it is a possibility that Dollar Tree could gobble up some of these Rite Aid stores, but honestly, the infrastructure a lot of these stores has drive-throughs. Some of them don't, so maybe Dollar Tree could gobble up some of them. I don't personally know what's going to happen, but I do firmly believe that there'll be a full-scale liquidation come June 27th. I mean, and the CEO is a real piece of junk, or I would say some more specific language towards him, but another guy that's trying to be. He's pretty much an Eddie Lampert wannabe, except he's not skilled enough to be an Eddie Lampert, and Rite Aid stores are a lot smaller than, say, your classic traditional Sears department store. But things are looking very bleak, and I know I said that they're going to close, and this, from what I heard just a few days ago, right? It really has to suck for anybody working at a Rite Aid store right now. I can't even imagine, as a typical person that's going into work every day, and then I'm scratching my head thinking, well, when is my store going to close? Are we going to close? Are we going to close? That's scary when you have to walk into a workplace and you might be out of a job, basically. But it's really it is not looking good for the chain, and I do firmly believe that once June 27th comes up, which is actually in 26 days, because today happens to be the last day of May, I do firmly believe that all locations will cease to exist, and the chain will go under. There's fierce competition out there. You got Amazon, you got CVS and Walgreens. What is the Rite Aid experience? Rite Aid is basically the same store as a CVS and Walgreens. So why would you go to a Rite Aid? Is there a special sale? Is there a special thing that CVS and Walgreens don't have? It's the pharmacy space is getting a lot tougher, and even now, the existing pharmacy chains like Walgreens and CVS are even trying out smaller concept stores because people aren't really necessarily going in there. And the other challenge with a lot of these drugstores too is the the organized retail crime and the theft, and I say left and right. I mean, people walk into these stores and they just take whatever they want off the shelves, and then nothing happens to them. I mean, I know it's a very hot button topic issue, but it's and with that happening, it comes at the cost of these people that maybe aren't making a lot of money, or maybe this is their breadwinner job, this is the job that they need to provide for their families or to provide for themselves. It's a really, really, really tough situation at Rite Aid, and I don't think the future for this chain is looking good at all. There's no innovation. There's no way to turn it around. I mean, you don't even have locations in the middle part of the country, and even in big key markets. Like, there's nothing in Florida. There's nothing in Texas. Those are big chunks of the population that don't even know what Rite Aid is, or even Illinois, which is Chicago, or Colorado, Denver. Nothing in even like Arizona. So at the end of the day, they didn't really evolve the brand. And the other thing was that the DOJ kind of screwed them over with the whole Walgreens merger. I mean, I know that they wanted more competition, but it looks like the DOJ's attempt to block the merger with Walgreens and Rite Aid is really coming to bite them back in the butt in 2023. I mean, you got to remember, the merger was proposed in 2016 and 2017, and yes, to some extent, Walgreens picked up a couple of Rite Aid locations, but I think the DOJ really screwed over Rite Aid as a whole, because now they see that, 6-7 years later, Rite Aid is literally on its last legs, and they can't even exit bankruptcy. So, I mean, at the end of the day, the whole situation is sad, but mark your calendars. Definitely June 27th will be a huge day for Rite Aid, because it's either going to make or break the chain. I mean, honestly, it's really just going to be, they're either going to sell off the locations or they're just going to close them as a whole. And I really think the second one is definitely more likely than the first one. So, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. Link to the site with the Rite Aid locations, talking about all the statistics as of May 14th of 2024. That will be located in the video description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and that will be it.